Yesterday, the media declared that the Biden presidency was in peril. And today, Biden proved why. He was asked about hostage negotiations in Gaza. Listen.
There is some movement, and I don't want to, well, maybe choose my words. There's some movement. There's been a response from there's been a response from the opposition, but yes, I'm sorry, from Hamas, but it seems to be a little over the top.
So that's right there the reason why he's dodging the traditional Super Bowl interview. Even softballs from CBS are too risky. And now a new NBC poll says 3/4 of the country say Biden doesn't have the necessary mental and physical health to be president. On Sunday, the president said he just met with the French prime minister, who's been dead for 30 years.
Right after I was elected, I went to what they call a G7 meeting, all the NATO leaders. And I sat down and I said, America's back. And Mitterrand from from France looked at me and said, you know, why, how long are you back for?
Biden sees dead people. But don't you dare ask Binder about it.
How is President Biden ever going to convince the 3/4 of voters who are worried about his physical and mental health that he is okay, even though in Las Vegas he told a story about recently talking to a French president who died in 1996?
I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole with you, sir.
What is
We're
the
going to
rabbit hole?
Go ahead.
He said
go
he
ahead.
talked to Mitterrand.
Go ahead. You saw the president in Vegas, in California. You've seen the president in South Carolina. You saw him in Michigan. I'll just leave it there.
Saw him and still in peril. Now, America's cities are being mismanaged into oblivion. A cauldron of homelessness, drug addicts, street crime, and migrants, plus traffic. That's the real killer. And you're not allowed to notice the chaos, because if you do, you're racist.
Have you ever seen this much chocolate leading the city of New York? And then go down the line. Look who's here. This is representative of the city. That's why people are hating on me.
We still have public safety that we have to address. We still have the unhoused that we have to address. I still have a budget that I have to address. And I'm doing all of that with a black wife raising 3 black children on the west side of the city of Chicago.
So the predominantly minority populations of New York and Chicago elected mayors of color. And the loudest critics of mayors of color aren't white. They're black.
Eric Adams, you need to not put drugs in our community. I mean, if you want to put something here, put something for the kids to learn.
You should be looking out for the people in New York, so that means the homeless people. There's a lot of people out here that needs food, places to sleep.
Right now, a lot of these elected officials are disrespecting the people here in Chicago with this migrant overload.
We don't have enough resources. We don't have enough teachers. We keep hearing there's not enough money, but then we spend $1 billion helping people who don't live here.
Black mayors spreading migrants into black neighborhoods is making people crazy. Plus, we were told black people can't be racist, so put the race card away. This is a pattern that started with Obama. Remember, if you were against Obamacare, racist. If you didn't want him to redistribute your wealth and bail out the banks, racist. From Fannie to Kamala, from Bush to Fire Marshal Bowman. Apparently, only white politicians can be criticized legitimately.
God, wasn't it them that attacked this lawyer of impeccable credentials? The black man I chose has been a judge more than 10 years.
This country has a history of characterizing black men who are outspoken, who stand their ground, and who push back as being threatening or intimidating. So she's not even using a dog whistle. She's using a bullhorn to put a target on my back.
Don't let a fascist tell you what being woke means. Be woke. Don't be anti-black.
He believes that your popularity or unpopularity or whatever rating you want to put it as is a function of sexism and racism. Do you think that's true?
Well, are we talking about the media or people? As it relates to the media, I'm sure some of that is true.
So for too long, black politicians have neutralized fair criticism of their policy stewardship by playing the race card. and impugning the motives of fair-minded Americans who are merely yearning for results, frightening them into silence because nothing's as scalding as the race card. As if de Blasio, DeSantis, Newsom, Cheney, and Trump, all white guys, aren't under constant attack over their performance. Some fair, some not. So today, Primetime will be retiring the race card and playing other cards, cards that probably won't work, but will be fun playing.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.